I bought this Ryobi 4-cycle weed whacker back in May of 2010, about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. The camshaft melted. This is a C430 4-cycle, and the camshaft exhaust side melted, and it's plastic. Now they're making them out of metal, but the one I got is plastic. So I did a little brainstorming, and I found a piece of nylon that I had, which was the right width, and I carved out a new cam. I had to cut the old camshaft in half in order to get this in. I whittled the old one down to about 7/8 of an inch, and then I drilled a 7/8 inch hole, 7/16 inch, and a 7/16 inch hole in the nylon, and made a lobe, and I put it together like that with using super glue. And I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but I gave it a test run for about 20 minutes and took it apart. It seemed to looked okay. I didn't have any problems with any melting or anything. Anyway, I lined everything up, got it exactly where the old one was, because there was a little piece of lobe left on the very edge on that disc, and I just lined it up to that. And I freehand that part using my belt sander. I had to just kind of trace it out using the old tolerance on the other one, on the intake side. And I just made the exhaust side by copying it. I traced it and then I sanded it using a belt sander. And the super glue seemed to be really strong after I glued it together. I tried twisting it and I couldn't break it loose. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to make out under the stress inside the engine with the heat and all, but time will tell. If I get a year out of it, I'll be happy. Or a season, I should say. Anyway, I put everything back in, and the keyway lined up. When I pushed the timing gear back in, everything lined up well. This is you can't buy this part. That's why I did this. Ryobi will sell you a new head for about $130, or a short block, I should say. And I don't want to spend that much, because you could go buy a brand new one for that price. So anyway, I decided to make this. It took me a couple of days to think this out, and finally come up with an idea of how to get a new lobe. I'm banging the timing gear back in, and I got my feeler gauges out, and I put the rockers back on, and I gauged it to 5 thousandths. I think it's 0.005, and everything seemed to work out good. It started right up when I ran it, and let it run for a little while, and it seemed to be fine. It had a little bit of a sputter to it. It wasn't exactly smooth running. It was a little bit rough. Not too bad. No more than it was before when I had it from new. It did the same thing then too. But anyway, this is something that it was an experiment. Wasn't sure if it was even going to work, but it's working, and I'll post an update later. And that's my wife coming out, because she heard me get it started. She was all excited. But anyway, that's that.